Hello and welcome to round 6 of the FTOPS $500 Heads Up tournament. I believe this was the round of 32, meaning that there were 32 players remaining in the tournament out of over 1,000 who started. 1,024, I think, is the magic number there. Um, this one is against Demurderer3, which was not a name that I recognized, but on Googling him, I found that he actually seems to be a pretty well-known tournament player, so perhaps some of you have heard of him. Sort of plays a lot of the big tournaments online, and it looked like he had won the Win Classic. So it seemed like he was a pretty accomplished tournament player. Definitely knew what he was doing in tournaments. Hard to say how much heads-up experience he's going to have. I don't know if he plays heads-up sit and goes or anything like that, but it's probably a safe bet that I've played a lot more heads-up no limit than he has, although he's probably more familiar with the tournament aspect. And that means that I'm going to want to try to end the match early against him. At least that's going to be my early strat or my strategy going into the match is that I'd like to end the match early if I can, because once we get down to the point where it's just sort of push or fold poker, he's probably going to be better at that than I am. I bet he's spent a lot more time in those situations than I have. So ideally, I'll have some opportunities to outplay him while stacks are still deep, and you can watch along and see if that ends up happening, or whether I just luck box my way into another win. So right away you can see he's 3xing the button and I'm min raising it. I think that's not too surprising that I'm going to want to keep the pot small, and he's probably going to want to play bigger pots pre-flop, given that I'll presumably be the superior post-flop player. Right here, I decide to bet at the flop just because I don't think there's my hand's not really going to get any stronger than it is right now. So I'll bet now. I'll see if I can take the pot. If I can't, I'll try to check down ace high as the best hand. It probably won't happen very often, but if I check this is actually a card where my hand will be a little stronger on the turn, but there aren't very many turn cards that are going to improve the strength of my hand much. So hopefully we can check it down. I mean, at this point, can't imagine I have the best hand. I actually did though, because not that I think he played the hand badly. I think he played it fine. I did actually manage to check down ace nine here. Although I think once he checks the river, it's pretty unlikely that I have the best hand, because I would guess he would usually bet the river if he needed to bluff. This just happened to be a situation where he managed to have a slightly worse showdown down hand than I did. He's three bet me a couple times now, so I think ace ten off is a good enough hand. When he checks to me on the flop, it looks like he's probably giving up on the pot, and that means a couple things. I think if I bet, there's an outside chance I'll get him to fold like an ace jack or ace queen. Um, I don't think he's folding too many better hands than mine. Nonetheless, I do kind of want to bet just because I think there's a lot of value in taking the pot down right now. I think it's very unlikely he's going for a check raise. So I'm gonna make my little bet. I'm gonna try to take it down. If I don't, then I'll probably take a free turn card. Even if the turn is a spade, I think I'll probably check and take a free. I'm sorry, take a free river card, not turn card. Even if the turn is a spade, I think I'd check and take the free river card. But I'm mostly betting at the flop just to see if he's going to let me take it cheaply. Looks like he's not, but we do get an interesting turn. We actually pick up the ace. Now I think my hand is good enough to value bet, and I think if he was check calling a hand like 7-6 or pocket nines or something, I think he's probably going to feel obligated to call again with it. I think it's very unlikely he's going to check raise here.